Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I am Senator Jeremy Cooney, co-chair of the Transportation Subcommittee, and I'm honored to co-chair this subcommittee with my colleague, Chair Assemblymember William Magnarelli. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce the following members of the subcommittee from the Senate: Senator Leroy Comrie, Senator Monica Martinez, Senator John C. Liu, Senator James Skoufis, Senator Peter Oberacker, Senator Mario Matera. We'll be joined by Senator Comrie in just a moment. I will now turn it over to my co-chair, Assemblymember Bill Magnarelli, for introductory remarks.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you, Senator. And good evening to everyone. I'm Assemblyman William Magnarelli, co-chair of the Transportation Joint Budget Conference Subcommittee, and I too would like to welcome you all. The members of the Assembly who are serving with us on this subcommittee are Edward Braunstein, Dee Dee Barrett, Karen McMahon, Landon Days, Americia Torres, Brian Miller, and Joseph DeStefano. The Assembly and Senate each designate a secretary for the purpose of taking minutes. The Assembly designates Julie Barney. Senator Cooney?
And the Senate designates Richard Rogers.
The following agencies are announced to be at our table: Department of Transportation, Department of Motor Vehicles, the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, and the New York State Thruway Authority. I will now turn it over to my co-chair, Senator Cooney, for his opening remarks.
Well, thank you, Chair Magnarelli, and always a pleasure to work with you on making sure that transportation budget priorities are included in this year's final adopted state budget. A number of positive developments on the Senate side in terms of our One House budget submission as it relates to transportation. I'm going to highlight just a few for the group today. Briefly, the Senate has proposed providing an additional $131.3 million in additional core highway funding through the NISDOT spending program. Further, the Senate has added $405 million in additional local road and bridge funding to address county and municipal road needs, including an additional $125 million for the CHIPS program and capital increases to vital highway and road maintenance programs, including Pave New York, Bridge New York, state touring routes, extreme winter recovery, and Marcicelli funding, from which every area of the state will benefit. Recognizing the need to continue our investment in public transit, the Senate has added an additional $82 million in STOA funding, resulting in a 15% increase for non-MTA systems. And the Senate has further increased our funding with a $10 million investment in Transit Workforce Economic Access Fund, a new fund that would create new economic development locations and connect them to individuals, job seekers in areas that do not currently have access to public transit. For passenger rail, something that I care deeply about, the Senate recognizes that plans on the table do not result in true high-speed rail, and so we are going to look towards an additional $500,000 to further study proper rights of way that will examine ways to bring true high-speed rail on land separate from the CSX and other freight rail tracks, although we appreciate what our friends in NISDOT are doing with their 90B plan. And the Senate also proposes a number of other notable items, including $250 million for the third round of the airport competition funds for airports outside of New York City. I know that's important to Senator Martinez, who leads our aviation caucus. And finally, the Senate also seeks to enhance ridership with our friends in New York City through the MTA region by expanding the fares program, the city ticket program, and providing an additional 15 fare-free buses in all 5 boroughs of the great city of New York, something that Senator Comrie has been a champion for. I'll turn it back over to my colleague, Chair Magnarelli.
Thank you, Senator. I am pleased for us to be here today with the Senate to examine the transportation budget proposals for the fiscal year 25-26 state budget. And I'm listening to the Senate's numbers. I hope you win.
We all win. New York
Okay,
wins.
regarding the DOT capital plan, the Assembly budget includes the following increases to the executive proposal. So we're on the same page, going in the right direction, I hope. $50 million for the Pave New York program, $50 million for a new competitive grant program for costs associated with ADA compliance for local road projects, $50 million for the state touring route program, $100 million for non-MTA transit capital, $35.5 million for passenger rail capital, $12.5 million for aviation capital. Regarding mass transit operating assistance, the Assembly provides the following increases to the executive proposal. $12.1 million for upstate non-MTA transit operating assistance to ensure that all non-MTA transit systems statewide receive 7% year-to-year growth. Also, $1 million in one-time operating funding to the Central New York Regional Transportation Authority, Centro, for costs associated with incorporating Cortland County into their service area. Having said that, I'd like to open the floor or the dais up to any of my colleagues who would like to say something at this time. Ed?
I'll be quick. Thank you, Chair Magnarelli. I just want to add that the Assembly is aware of the gap in the 2025 to 2029 MTA capital plan, and we anticipate that there will be discussions about closing that gap in the weeks ahead. I also want to recognize some of the fare discount proposals for the MTA that were included in the Senate One House, and indicate that the Assembly is interested in exploring some of those options as we get closer to April 1st. With that, I'm done. Thank you.
Assemblywoman Barrett?
Thank you, Chair, and thank all of you who are here today. I'm Assemblymember Dee Dee Barrett, and I chair the Assembly's Energy Committee, so I'm going to talk about energy, and particularly energy affordability, which is top of mind as we continue to face an affordability crisis in New York State. To protect consumers, we've increased the Public Utility Law Projects appropriation to $2.25 million. To address affordability, we've again allocated $200 million for the Energy Affordability Program and Extended Energy Affordability Program, which covers the lowest income and then the next level above. To help people retrofit their homes, we've allocated $330 million from the Governor's Sustainable Futures Program to NYSERDA's Empower Plus program. And this funding can also be used to mitigate health and safety hazards needed prior to the installation of energy-efficient and electric infrastructure. And these address the barriers that currently preclude many low and moderate income households from participating in these programs. We've also included $150 million for thermal energy networks, allowing us to decarbonize while continuing to support the union workforce in this just energy transition. I hope to see this funding further delineated to shovel-ready projects that are in the works throughout this negotiation and budget process. Since the transportation sector is the second largest emitter of greenhouse gases in New York State, it's important that we look at that impact and recognize that in 2021, New York set statutory goals of requiring all passenger cars and trucks to be zero emission by 2035 and all medium and heavy duty vehicles by 2045. To promote this transition, New York will require a thoughtful and coordinated rollout of EV charging infrastructure, which we do not have in the state at this point. We have lots of different projects in piecemeal. And in our Assembly One House budget proposal, we included legislation that I had drafted and passed requiring an EV fast charger station implementation plan to be developed so the whole state works together. We've also included $100 million for EV fast charging stations and supporting infrastructure, $100 million for NYSERDA's Charge Ready New York program, and $200 million for zero emission school buses and supporting infrastructure as part of the Governor's $1 billion Sustainable Futures program. I look forward to working with all our stakeholders throughout this process. Thank you.
Thank you. Assemblywoman McMahon.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. I'm thrilled to be on this committee as we move into the negotiation process for the budget. And I'm also pleased that in both the Senate and Assembly One houses, we've proposed substantial increases to upstate roads and bridges, and CHIPS funding, Pave New York, and I'm from Buffalo, so the extreme weather recovery funds are very important to me. I'm also prioritizing the passenger rail funding as well as capital funding for upstate airports and, of course, the Niagara Frontier Transit Authority. So looking forward to moving apace with the budget process and happy to be on the committee with you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Assemblyman Days.
Thank you, Chair. Be very brief. From the Assembly side, it's key. Investments in our infrastructure is key for New York to move forward. So I'm happy to be here to talk about and discuss this in this year's budget. And also, I'm very happy to see that in the executive budget, there's a mention of a visionary study for the Cross Bronx. Capping is very important for my constituents. Most importantly, let's create more jobs through building infrastructure. Thank you.
Assemblywoman Torres.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Chair. I'm excited to be on this subcommittee. The legislature has made tremendous progress to come up with an equitable transportation budget proposal that reflects our values. That includes in the Bronx to decrease pollution and congestion. In the Bronx, we've seen unprecedented investments from this budget to level, for example, historically, the Sheridan Expressway into a boulevard, the Hunts Point Interstate Access Improvement Project, and now an incredible proposal to cap the South Bronx. It's a comprehensive plan for a visionary study that includes city, state, and federal partnerships. So I'm really excited to get those monies in and to work with the committee to do even more. Thank you.
Thank you. Assemblyman Miller.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you for letting me speak today on behalf of the Assembly Minority Conference. As we enter the final stages of budget negotiations, we urge the importance of those discussions happen on a five-way basis to ensure that the diverse perspectives of all New Yorkers are fully represented and valued. First and foremost, the Assembly One House budget fails to sufficiently invest in our local roads and highway infrastructures. Programs such as CHIPS, Pave New York, and Extreme Weather Recovery remain underfunded relative to the growing needs of our communities. While the proposed $50 million additions to Pave New York and the state touring routes each are appreciated, proposed funding for CHIPS remains flat at $598 million. Our local roads require additional investments to maintain and improve essential infrastructure, and we will continue to advocate for increased funding to adequately address these needs. The proposal to add $800 million to the Department of Transportation's core program aims to address inflationary costs. This is helpful. However, it does not help in addressing inflationary costs for our localities that are already struggling to perform more highway maintenance work with less resources. Finding a balanced approach that supports both transit and transportation infrastructure across all regions is essential to meeting the needs of all of our communities. Fiscal responsibility and prudent spending remain key priorities as we navigate economic uncertainties. I look forward to working together on an open and transparent process to enact an on-time budget that exercises fiscal restraint and addresses our infrastructure needs impacting all of New Yorkers. Thank you.
Thank you. Assemblyman DeStefano, do you have a, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair Magnorelli. While I agree with my colleagues' talking points about what we just discussed, there was a couple of things that were noticeably absent from the budget, including protecting our workers, specifically our transportation workers that work out in the street. And also, there was no mention of drugged while driving. We had a big press conference about that last week, and I thought for sure with the bipartisan support that we had for that bill, that maybe it would have made it into the budget. But as we go forward, I'd like to see more transparency in trying to protect our workers, especially our transportation workers that are working in the streets and not being addressed within the budget. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Senator Cooney.
Thank you, Chair Magnarelli. And just building off of Chair Braunstein's comments about the MTA, on behalf of Senator Comrie, we also wanted to reiterate our support on the Senate side in our resolution language to fully fund the MTA's capital plan and fine solutions over the coming weeks ahead on that. I'd like to recognize Senator Oberacker, the ranking member of Transportation.
Thank you, Chairman, and thank you for, the interesting thing about the batting order, most everything has been said, so I find myself at a loss for some wording, other than, I'd like to point out that everybody that is here today at this hearing, and myself included, the first service that we use every morning is the roads. That's how important it is. And so we in the Minority Conference are definitely supporting the robust funding for local roads and bridges, the $723 million for CHIPS, and the increase for the Bridge New York and Pave New York, as well as others. Our region, as well as my region, the 51st Senate District, and especially areas in the Southern Tier and the Mohawk Valley, we rely on state investments to maintain the economic viability of those areas. And I would like to just put this out and kind of sum up my talk. I would like to see us start to actually prioritize potholes more than projects. So, Chairman, thank you for the opportunity to address, and thank you for your leadership and the job that you're doing. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Senator. Are there any other senators wishing to be heard? Hearing and seeing none, I'll thank again our Assembly colleagues and look forward to working together with the Assembly and the Executive towards a productive transportation budget, and turn it back over to Chair Magnarelli.
Well, I want to turn that on. I would again thank all of the members of the conference subcommittee, and I too look forward to working with all of you on these important issues in the process of enacting a timely and responsible budget. So thank you, everyone. This meeting of the Transportation Joint Budget Conference Subcommittee is adjourned.